Hello. I would like to invite you to take a look at my teaching philosophies in a world where technology is ever-changing. Students are learning to become sophisticated readers and writers of the world around them. They are practicing evaluating, analyzing, and interrogating text while thinking critically about how the author positions themselves as well as their audience in order to convey a clear and coherent message. Technology has opened a world of opportunities. Students are overwhelmed by the information that floods their everyday lives. It is important that we stop, take a step back, and evaluate the problem. We must look for or identify strategies to help students navigate these new medias. And most importantly, we must listen. Listen to students and colleagues in order to learn from each other. Welcome to the world of reading and writing by design, where students learn to identify the design principles used to construct text. They will determine how the positioning of certain elements influence the viewer's perception, how the contrast between light and dark can relay a message, how the visual as a whole maintains balance. They will determine the purpose of emphasizing certain elements in order to convey a specific message. They will identify the repetition of patterns across text. Finally, how all the elements come together to convey a specific purpose and/or meaning. By providing students with a clear visual that maps out the research that they will be doing, students will be able to start with the basics and build upon what they know. They will start by locating relevant and credible information. In order to determine credibility, students will practice identifying patterns that are apparent across multiple texts, such as the date of publication, the author's proficiency in the area in which they are writing about, as well as key ideas and concepts. Students will practice critical thinking while annotating text. Not only will they identify key ideas and concepts, but they will begin to challenge and interrogate the different biases in order to determine the position that the author has upheld. Also, they will begin to develop an inquiry for their research, which will provide them with an opportunity to explore and deepen their understanding of the given topic. Finally, students will synthesize their research to construct their own multimodal text that conveys a specific purpose and/or meaning. Students will be mindful of their intended audience while making intentional design choices to convey meaning. These are strategies that students will have studied and learned from the observations of other authors and texts. They will be given the opportunity to work collaboratively and provide authentic feedback while discussing thoughts and ideas. And lastly, for the final assessment, students will complete a written reflection in which they will provide a full explanation of their experience throughout the research process. They will demonstrate an understanding of the design principles by explaining the connection between their design choices and the information that they have gathered throughout the research process. This is an opportunity for students to evaluate their growth over the course of this project.